Resolution number 2015-75, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into the restatement of the water service agreement with the City of Cleveland Water Department and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the rules and place this resolution on its third and final reading?
So moved.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Would you call the roll, please?
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes.
May I have a motion for adoption?
So moved. Second.
Is there any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes. Passed as an emergency by the vote 7-0. Resolution number 2015-76, a resolution authorizing a contract with Getchall Grant Resources LLC to develop and submit an application for the 2015 AFG grant for operations and safety and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the rules and place this resolution on its third and final reading?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes.
May I have a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll to adopt, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes. Passed as an emergency by the vote 7-0. Resolution number 2015-77, a resolution authorizing a contract with Getchall Grant Resources LLC to develop and submit an application for the 2015 AFG grant for vehicle acquisition and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the rules and place this resolution on its third and final reading?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the roll to suspend, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes.
May I have a motion for adoption?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes. Passed as an emergency by the vote 7-0. Resolution number 2015-78, a resolution authorizing acceptance of the FM Global Fire Prevention Grant in the amount of $932 and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the rules and place this resolution on its third and final reading?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion, please?
Madam Chair? Oh, I'm sorry. Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Jones, please.
I just wanted the audience to know that I appreciate the efforts of the fire department and Chief Cavalunas for pursuing these grants for us in order to have the city a little bit more healthier, as well as our fire department. So thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Councilman Jackson?
Just would like everybody to know what that grant is, if the fire chief could let us know.
That grant is for 2 digital cameras with associated hardware that will replace a camera that is broken and an outdated camera that we use for fire investigations and documenting emergencies.
Thank you, Chief. May I have a motion for adoption?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Brownlee.
Yes.
Kojanski.
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Jones. Yes.
Would you turn to your expenditures over 1,000? Oh, I'm sorry.
That was just suspending, that's the
Oh,
vote
I'm
for
sorry.
suspending.
I'm sorry. I've already voted. I'm sorry. May I have a motion for adoption, please?
So moved. Second.
Now, is there any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sefirati,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Brownlee,
Yes.
Jojansky,
Yes.
Agee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Passed as an emergency by the vote 7-0.
That's what I have. Expenditures over $1,000, would you please turn to 2015, 96, and 97? Any questions or concerns? May I have a motion, please?
Second.
Would you call the roll?
Adams,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Sefirati,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Brownlee,
Yes.
Jojansky,
Yes.
Agee.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. Well, it was on, okay. Some of you may have noticed that on Lee Road in Maple Heights, the barrels appeared quite a few months ago, and now the barrels have disappeared. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but we did receive funding through a grant to replace all the bad concrete on Lee Road. And unfortunately, the city of Cleveland would not approve the maintenance of traffic plan that was put in place by the city of Maple Heights, and it took month after month. So with winter approaching, we had to cancel the project. Now, the reason we canceled it is because you cannot put road salt on brand new concrete because it will just eat it up and fall apart. So look next spring for the barrels to return. The signs will go up. Hopefully the city of Cleveland will have their approval ready to go, and the project will happen under a new administration and council, who can then take full credit for that. Also, the Libby Road project, I had read recently that somewhere it was written, I can't really remember where because I do read a lot, that the city canceled the Libby Road project. We did not. That is not true. The Libby Road project also will commence in the spring. It was taken over by ODOT. They will administer the project. That will save the city a lot of time and a lot of money on our end. It is a state route anyway. And it should begin sometime in the spring. So we look forward to that. You heard Mr. Hardwick talk about honey-baked ham. We also want to acknowledge that there are a lot of other changes going on at Southgate, that there is a major store that is going to be opening sometime in the future, Foreman Mills. The construction has been ongoing, and we're very happy about that. We do have a concern about the Rite Aid because Walgreens recently purchased Rite Aid, and they may close that store. We hope they do not, and they just convert that over to a Walgreens as well. Walgreens is, as you know, on just about every corner everywhere, so we're hopeful that the Rite Aid will just turn into Walgreens and stay open. Also, the Mr. Chicken will be, at some point in the future, building a brand new restaurant or a brand new facility on the corner of Northfield and Southgate Park Boulevard. They will then, once this is open and running and operational, they will drop back and tear down the new building. So there are a lot of exciting good things still happening, and as I've often said, I'm not against anyone's idea because it was not my idea. And the group that is coming in is going to be very, very busy with a lot of these projects, and they have some incumbents who won re-election who are going to be working with them and helping them. And I would again ask that you give everybody the chance and unite behind your new government, whether you voted for them or supported them or not, because these are pretty tough times, and we have, as I have said in the last meeting, tried to make this transition as seamless and as painless as possible. So I have been meeting with the new mayor-elect and will continue to do that, and as many questions that she continues to bombard me with, I give her what I believe are somewhat intelligent answers, and logical answers, and reasonable answers, and so far, so good. So everyone, please keep in mind this is a process that is not a real fast process. It is a process that thankfully we're going to have the winter to work over, or you will have the winter to work over. And come spring, I think you're going to see a lot of good things happening in the city of Maple Heights. And with that, I will end my report. Madam President, I would ask, I need to be excused. I have a couple of family emergencies that I do need to tend to, and want to wish everyone and their families a very happy and healthy, and as our finance director said, safe Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Safarani?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just real quick, Mayor Lansky, I wanted to, I know behind the scenes there's a lot of work that you do, and I wanted to thank you for your time and your efforts. At the last meeting, you said you were in public service for 24 years, and I was just like, I don't know how the heck you did it, but you did it, and you should be proud of what you've done. So, you and I don't talk a lot, but I do thank you, and you did do a good job.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
And I do wish you a happy holiday too.
Thanks. You as well.
I also wanted to say that even though the term is winding down for myself, the work still continues. District 3, the block watches are still active, residents are still responding to problems that they have, and I will continue to do that as usual. They also say thank you, and I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. It's been a learning experience, it's been a lot of fun, and I have no regrets about it, so I want to thank them personally. I also want to say good job to all those who were involved in the restoration of the Veterans Pavilion, the flag raising pavilion. With all that's going on in the world, all the bad things, this shows that something that I've talked about through the years, that teamwork accomplishes things. Getting involved accomplishes things. And this is a perfect example. So thank you to all of those companies, all the people that did that, because it shows that no matter what evil is out there, good will always overcome. It's just going to take a little bit of work and a little bit of teamwork. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. And a report.
Councilman Jackson, District 4.
Just a couple of quick things. One, I want to thank the Red Cross for their smoke detector program. I was fortunate that took place in District 4. I think, Alex, we had a board that showed the gazebo and the area around the flagpoles and the Veterans Memorial up at Stafford Park. Take a look at that. The before and after pictures are pretty amazing, if you ask me. And also, I just want to wish everybody and everybody's family and your friends a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Councilman Brownlee, District 5.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, good evening. I just wanted to put it out there that we're looking for more help with Maple Heights News, the news website that it's been largely my wife and I and one other friend for the past 2 years managing it. If you'd like to get involved in the community of Maple Heights News, trying to provide useful information to residents as well as a forum for residents to communicate with one another, we'd love to have you on our team to help out with the website and the accompanying Facebook page and Twitter account to help Maple Heights stay informed about what's going on in our community. Other than that, just have a happy Thanksgiving, and we're looking forward to the cooler weather. Well, my kids are anyway. So, have a good night.
Councilman Trojansky, District 6.
Good evening. I just want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Thank you. I want to announce for District 6, I am announcing the 2015 Holiday House Decorating Contest. It's just a way to encourage residents in District 6 to go out, decorate their homes, put on some Christmas lights, and get in the holiday spirit. So I'm hosting that this year. The top 3 winners will receive Visa gift cards. First place will receive a gift card in the amount of $150. Second place, $100, and third place, $50. The entry forms will be available in my November District 6 newsletter that is going out next week, so you can fill out the back and either drop it in my mailbox, or you can simply email me with your name, your address, and a way for me to contact you. The deadline to enter the contest will be Wednesday, December 2nd. This week I had the opportunity to visit the Capapella High School. Capapella High School is a charter school in District 6 located in Warrensville Center Road, grades 9 through 12. They're very special students. They're students who have been expelled, who have dropped out of high school, or have severe behavior problems. So the school opened up recently. Classes began September 28th, and so I had the opportunity to go visit the students, talk with the teachers. Currently have 78 students enrolled in the school. They're looking to increase enrollments, but these students are very important. Education is something I'm very supportive of, and I want to bring in outside resources to help motivate and support these students. So I'm working with the principal to bring incentives and resources to support these students. So I'm very excited about the opportunity. And finally, I'm working on the November newsletter that will be going out to District 6 residents next week. And with that, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Thank you, and a report.
Thank you, Richard. Councilwoman Agee, District 7.
Good evening. District 7 Block Watch Meeting and Turkey Raffle will be held tomorrow, Thursday, November the 19th at 6:30 at the Maple Heights Library and Auditorium. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. End of report.
Thank you, Adrian. Councilman Adams, District 1.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the police department and all the other departments that was involved on the raids on Steinway with the problem house. We've been having trouble on Steinway there for a while with this house, and with the residents calling and watching, the chief and his guys did a good bust. So that street will be cleaned up now. That's how you have to do it. Remember, the residents has to get involved and call the police if any activity, suspicious activity. Call the police. I'd like to thank the fire department. Chief, you and your boys. The fire down at Dunham Park, by the Vandals, it's another erosion of the city. It was demolished. It was a safety hazard. So I thank you and the guys for quick response, didn't spread. Thank the service department, Dennis Lou, for getting the hazard building down. So I thank her. Frank, thank you. It was nice watching you guys work. Unbelievable. You have a good crew. And Andy, the roofing crew, it was a good experience. I thank you. You guys are welcome, and ladies, anytime. Stop in a post, have a drink. Did a fine job. We thank you. The cutters, thank you all. It was a mess up there. You got in there, cleaned it up. It looked good when you got done. Thank you for volunteering and putting in all that hard work. I'd like to thank Mary Mom for their basket program and Linda for carrying it out. The families you heard, 75 families so far. With that, I end my report. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Alex. Councilwoman Jones, District 2.
Good evening, everybody. I too want to thank our police chief in making our city just a little bit more safer. Those are some dangerous people you were dealing with. If anybody was watching it or following Cleveland.com. I also want to thank from the bottom of my heart Mr. Home Depot and your crew and all of the landscapers that are here. And I want to give you guys a little bit of a plug, because I know that if you cut during the summer, you usually plow during the winter. So how many of you guys actually are plowing this winter? put your hand up, because ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody that needs a snowplower this winter, they're right over there.
Be a curse.
Well, it might be, but I'm sure they're just starting to look for their customers. I missed the last, did I miss something?
I said, now you've done it, it's gonna snow.
Oh, no, it's not. It's gonna stay like this. Actually, I was in Arizona, and that's why I missed the last meeting. My son was there for, he moved down there about a little over a year ago, and it was the first time I had the opportunity to visit him, because things either came up or flights were too expensive. So it was just a scooch warmer down there, but when it gets down and the sun goes down, we did hit 40, and it kind of reminded me of home. But then you look outside and all you see are these little things that crawl all over and the sand, and it was nice. It was nice. I do want to address Mr. Arnold. I think that when we have our new administration in, and as well as the people currently that are here on council, I, for one, drive my district, and I usually do it every Saturday. And I didn't do it this past year, but the year before, I took your idea, and I did send letters, but I started off with sending letters to landlords, because I thought it's not really fair to pick on homeowners that live in their homes right off the bat, to see if I could gently nudge them to do some improvements, or to have them possibly warn their tenants if there was something out of the ordinary, like a trash can or a car up on jacks, or if they didn't cut the grass, the bushes, or whatever it is. And I will tell you that doing a drive-by afterwards, I'd say about 65% just voluntarily complied, and it just took that little nudge of a letter. And some people either are too busy or they postpone things, but I think that it's a really good idea to start that way. And I also hope that when we get into sending letters to homeowners, we're also able to offer them some programs and some financial assistance that's available through the county in order for them to do some of the repairs. But the last thing that I did was also send out letters to people that had really just nice houses. Everybody has great houses, and there's some little extra touches that they did where the landscaping actually matched their color of their house. I mean, that took a little bit of extra time to get a hanging basket to match your shutters. So, you know, people would actually call me more on that than for the fix your roof kind of thing, or, you know, get rid of your trash can, because they never had a compliment like that before. They never had any recognition from the city that says thank you for, you know, taking that little extra time to do what you do to make us as great as we are. So I will end with that, and I'm going to say properly this time that this will be the end of my report, so that you know this, but I want everybody to have a nice Thanksgiving, and I'm going to call it Turkey Day, and eat your heart out.
Thank you, Tony. Kudos to Home Depot. They're great people up there, and the leadership and the management has a lot to do with it. When you walk in there and you have no idea what you're looking for or where it is, there's always somebody with a little orange bib on that can help out. I especially like the guys in the back who know all those things about the electric stuff, whatever. So keep it up and pass it along. Very, very good service there. I attended a couple meetings this week that I'd kind of like to share with you. The first one was a NOPEC meeting, which I thought was very interesting. It was also very, very long, because they voted lots of resolutions to keep the rates down and to fight what they needed to fight. But I brought back some interesting literature that I thought might be helpful. I put it out on the back table. There are many, many pieces and parts of saving energy, and a lot of us don't think about it. I had a father who said, you left that room, turn the light off. You need to flush the toilet all those times? Well, you need to keep the gas light on all day long? No, you don't. They also have energy tips on their website. You just have to Google NOPEC, and they'll give you lots of interesting tips. There's even a coloring book back there if you have any grandchildren or folks that might be interested in doing puzzles and coloring. But that was it's very interesting. I also attended a NOCA meeting, which is the Northeast Ohio City Council Association, and the guest speaker this time around was David Gilbert, who is in charge of the Republican convention. I really thought Republican, everything's being done in Cleveland, why should I be interested in it? But he was quite a dynamic speaker, and as he said, he's apolitical, has no leanings one way or another. He's just pulling this all together with millions and millions and millions of dollars and a lot of enthusiasm for what it's going to bring to the city, not just Cleveland, but to everyone who works in the area. And it's all these associated, the electric companies, all of the other companies that will be providing services. They aren't all in Cleveland, they're all over. It was quite interesting, and I was glad that I went. There is also a website. 3,000 more volunteers are needed, so I'm going to ask our administrative assistant to put the website on the city website. And if anyone's interested in volunteering, who has time and energy, it might be interesting. One of the things that he shared with us was that the folks that were down at the gay games, at the what else? We had the senior games, we had the basketball tournaments, we had so much going on, and the people who walked to the streets in Cleveland came out and said this was one of the most friendly cities that we have ever had this competition in. So that's a plus, and I think it would be fun to go down and talk about that with the folks who come in to weed out the Republicans. We also had a second fiscal emergency meeting, which was held yesterday at the Senior Center, and we are still waiting for the governor's nominations to come through. And also, we will be, Irene will be working on the 2016 budget shortly, and that will be going back to the fiscal emergency people very soon. And beyond that, hopefully you will all enjoy your holiday without snow, please. And someone reminded me yesterday that we had 6 inches last year at this time. You remember? No, it's bad memory. Enjoy your holiday, enjoy your family, and with that, this meeting is adjourned at 8 o'clock.